Hello guys, let's start with another problem which is known as truncate sentence. So what this problem says to us? It says that we are given a string s and an integer k which represents the number of words which should the output string contain. Okay, so we are giving a string s. Suppose hello, how are you contestant? Okay, and integer k value is 4. So we have to return a string which contains only 4 words from first 4 words from the given input string s. Okay, what would be our output? Hello, how are you? Guys, we have solved many string problems till now. What could be our logic? Think about it. Think about it. See, here they are also saying that the string s uh, uh, does not contain trailing or leading zeros. It does not contain any trailing or leading zeros. And one more thing I want to tell you, that every word is, having every two words in between having only one spaces. No double or triple spaces are this. It is following a simple rule of English sentence only. No trailing or leading spaces uh, considered in the string s, and only one space between two words. Okay. So, guys, can you think that there is a correlationship between number of words in a sentence S and the spaces which it contains? Yes, you are correct, guys. If there are n number of words in a sentence, so there would be n minus 1 number of spaces in between each words in the sentence S. Correct? Here comes the logic. Suppose we are given here k is equals to 4. Okay. So after each word there is a space. So if we'll count that for each character which is equal to space in our sentence s, and if the count of these spaces is equal to 4, we can return a substring of s from 0 to the last index of the space character, which will give us the count equals to 4 or k. Correct? This is my logic. And how we'll implement it? Simple. We'll first take out the length of the string s. Now we take out, we make one, count variable. Let's take a space count, and we iterate through our string s. One by one, we take out our character C from our string S and check whether it is space or not. If it is space, then we'll increment our variable space count. As soon as space count is equals to k, that is in this case is 4, we'll return the substring from 0 to the iteration I. Okay. And if the whole for loop is being done and we can't get our space count equals to k, that is 4, then at last we'll return string s, because it means that there are exactly k words in the string. So we'll return whole string. Got it, guys? Let's try to implement it. Let's first take out the length of the string. Let's take out the variable space count and initialize it with 0. Now iterate through our string from 0 till length and take out each character one by one using s.char@ith index and check whether the character C is equals to space or not. If it is equals to space, then we increment our space count variable. And if this space count variable is equals to k, then we can simply return substring s of size 0 to ith index. Correct? Remember guys, when we are returning the substring from 0 to ith index, it won't include the last index I. The substring would be from 0 to I minus 1 index only. Got it? So if you are thinking, then while returning the substring s from 0 to I, there would be one extra trailing extra trailing space. No, that is not the case. There would be no space because it won't include that last index I. Okay, in the substring. Otherwise, we'll return s. As I have told earlier, if we cannot get k spaces in our string s, that means there are only k words in our string s. So definitely we are going to return our whole string at the last. What we are doing? We are first taking out the length of the string, making a count variable for to count the spaces of the present in the string, traversing through the whole string and checking each character whether it contains space or not, and if it does contain space, then we are incrementing our space count variable, and if our space count variable is equals to k, then we are returning our substring from 0 till the index that we have reached while counting our space equals to k. If not, that means the string s contains only k words. So we are returning whole string s as an output. Let's try to run it. Oh, substring spelling mistake. My bad, my bad. Let's try to run it. Sorry, my apologies. So, first case, it is returning hello, how are you? We are giving hello, how are you contestant. It is returning hello, how are you, because k is equals to 4. So, 4 starting characters. Second one, what is the solution to this problem? Words in it, first 4 words in it are what is the solution, and here it is returning what is the solution. In third case, chopper is not a tanuki. Whole string is returning at last. So in the last one, this is following the last condition that there are not sufficient k spaces, so it is returning whole spaces, whole string as a output. Got it? Let's try to submit it. Yeah, it is working absolutely fine. So what could it is working absolutely fine. So what could be our space and time complexity? So our time complexity is big O of n, because we are in the worst case we will traverse through a whole string, as we have seen in our test cases. In the last one, chopper is not a tanuki. Here it is traversing through whole string, and at last it is returning whole string as, because spaces is not possible in this to be equal to k. It would be equal to k minus 1, that is 4. Okay, so that's why at last it is returning whole string after traversing the whole string. So that's why in worst case the time complexity is big O of n. What about the space complexity? Guys, try to think it in an open mind manner. What could be our space complexity? If I'll talk about the auxiliary space complexity and I'll take the constant variables only like n and space count, and character C that we have initialized here. So it would be big O of 1, that is constant space complexity. But what about when we are returning s dot substring? As soon as I am using the predefined method of string in Java, that is substring, I am creating a new string object in our memory. And if I'm creating a new string object, that means it would take big O of n time, it would take big O of n space complexity. Correct? It would definitely take big O of n, or approximately around big O of n. So total space complexity is big O of n, but if I'll talk about the auxiliary space complexity, you can see it is constant. So it totally depends on you how you want to express in front of the interviewer that what is the space complexity. The total space complexity is big O of n, but the auxiliary one is constant, that is big O of 1. Okay guys, I also want to tell you that recently from the past two videos, I am giving you guys some quizzes as well. So after watching my videos, what can you do? You can go through that one quiz and try to answer it. I'll make sure that if you watch the whole video, thoroughly, or like if you watch the whole video in a glance, you can definitely can answer that quiz. Please try to answer the quizzes which I am, putting after the video, after watching the video, so that you can get a glance of what you are actually grasping from my videos, whether you are able to grasp some new thing after watching my videos. So try to solve these quizzes, and it is not like that much very hard that you can't solve. Okay, they are very easy quizzes. One word one word quizzes like that. Whatsoever I am putting in the video, it is related to that only. So I want each and everyone who is watching my videos, please solve the quiz as well as at the last of watching my videos. That's it, signing off. Please try to like, subscribe and watch my videos, and make sure if you're watching the whole video, make sure to complete the quiz as well. Bye bye. Signing off.